Hey, my love, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and for those that know that turkey is the main centerpiece, but many people don't like turkey, so I made a nice roasted chicken with nice herbs, nice and juicy, with some nice fluffy sour cream cornbread. That will be a nice addition to the table, especially for those who are not too crazy about turkey. So let's get to it. So my loves, I got my chicken here. I got a 4-pound chicken that I cleaned. I have plenty of videos on how to clean chicken. Now I'm making a nice compound butter. Okay, so I got about a cup of unsalted butter. Okay, you could use salted too. And I'm using some of my green seasoning, the Sofrito. I'm using about 1/3 of a cup in there, which is going to go into our compound butter. And my loves, I need you to know that the recipe will be in the description box below. And my loves, don't forget to subscribe. Now we're adding about 2 tablespoons of some smoked paprika. Yes, some smoked paprika in our compound butter. Now we're going to add some dried herbs. You could use oregano. You could use Italian seasoning, whatever tickles your fancy. I'm using 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, and I'm adding 2 teaspoons of black pepper, but you go according to your heart of how much black pepper you like. And I'm using about a teaspoon of cumin. I'm using some garlic powder and onion powder, but I didn't have a lot, so I used what I had. And I'm using a few little pinches of some red pepper flakes. And now I am going to mix this. Now, just to make sure, you have to make sure that your butter is softened, or you're gonna have a hard time, okay? And you do not want to have a hard time mixing this, okay? Tablespoon of brown sugar. And if you don't have this, this is what I use. If you don't have this, I'm gonna use about 1 to 2 tablespoons of that in here. You can add some lemon juice or lime juice to it. Mix well, and we're gonna set that to the side to get started on our chicken. Okay, so guys, again, my chicken has already been cleaned. I have videos on that. What we're going to do, I got on some gloves. We are going to loosen the skin of this roasted chicken. Okay, this is a 4-pounder. Try to make sure that you don't break the skin. Try to loosen it. Get up under that skin gently and just loosen up that skin, because that's where we're going to put our butter. Okay, our compound butter. And it's going to be up under that skin, and it's going to penetrate into that. So I'm now taking some of that compound butter, and I'm going into the cavity, of course, because we want to flavor that as well. Okay, and you just want to massage it in there, touch it, go deep in there, lift up that skin, go into the thigh area, stuff that compound butter in the thigh area, push it down through the actual leg itself too. Okay, all that flavor, what's going to do it, because it's under the skin, is going to melt right into the meat itself. Lift it up, go into on top of the breast, okay, section, and you just want to make sure all of that flavor gets penetrated nicely into that. I'm even going into the neck part. So we're going into the neck part. Okay, so we definitely want to make sure that our chicken is nice and saturated with all that beautiful flavor. So guys, I'm using a pan of Pyrex, whatever pan you have to fit your chicken, and I'm creating a bed. So I took some carrots, sliced them in half with some celery, okay, and I'm going to add some onion, and I'm also going to add some green peppers, and we're just creating a bed. Not only is that going to add flavor to the chicken itself, but also to the drippings, which you will not throw away, by the way. You're not going to throw away those drippings, okay, but it also keeps it from, you know, when you have the bottom of the chicken and it's not brown enough because it's sitting in the juice itself, so it helps keep it elevated a little bit. Okay, so that's what we want. So now I put my chicken on top of my veggies, and I am going to add some onion in there as well into my bird. If you have a lemon, add some lemon in there, some rosemary, herbs, whatever you got. And I'm adding the rest of my compound butter on top of my bird. I have my oven preheating at 400 what did I put it on? 425 degrees for the first 15 minutes, okay? Then I'm going to reduce it down to about, I would say 375, between 375 and 400. Okay, so during the first part, I'm not going to cover it. Okay, but during the later parts, that's if you feel like the skin is getting too dark, you could add aluminum foil and create like a tent. Okay, so it could prevent it from, because you could leave it uncovered throughout the whole cooking process if you want that nice crispy chicken. But I don't mind basting it and stuff like that, so I could create. So now I'm going to use some twine, and I'm going to put the, tie the legs together, and you're going to cook this for 15 minutes per pound. It's like 15-20 minutes per pound, or until the internal temperature come out to, inserted with the thermometer, comes out to 165 degrees, okay? Now I'm adding I had to add my peppers, because I forgot I had peppers. And usually when I have a lot of peppers, I'll cut them, put them in some Ziploc freezer bags, and freeze them. Great tip. All right, so I'm going to cook this chicken, since it's like 4 pounds. It'll go for about an hour to an hour and 50 minutes. Or, again, if you have a thermometer and you insert it and it comes out to 165 degrees in the thickest part of the chicken by the breast. Or by the thigh part. By that area, by the thigh and the breast area. Okay, and I'm also going to add some peppers inside the bird as well. Green peppers, great flavor. Okay, so now I'm just going to sprinkle some herbs on top. Okay, and I'm also going to add a little bit more smoked paprika on top. Beautiful color, and it gives it like a nice crust looking. So it's already done its first 15 minutes. Now I'm bringing it down to like 375. Now we're getting started on our cornbread. So guys, in a bowl, I have about 1.5 cups of flour. I am going to use 1 cup of some fine cornmeal. Okay, and we are going to mix that nicely together, along with 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And guys, now I like my cornbread sweet, so you could add between 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup. Okay, and I'm adding a teaspoon and a half of salt. Okay, so I like my cornbread sweet, and I'm mixing all my dry ingredients together. Again, you could use between 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of how sweet you like it. If you want it a little bit more in between, you could add 1/4 cup and 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay, or if you're even added salted butter, that adds to it. So now I got 4 tablespoons, which is half a stick of unsalted butter, and 1/4 cup of oil. All right, and I'm going to add 2 beaten eggs, 1/2 cup of my sour cream. Okay, and I'm going to give that a gentle mix. Make sure your eggs are beaten. Okay, and I'm gently mixing it, and I'm going to add 1 cup of milk. I'm sorry, 1/2 cup of milk. Okay, don't worry, I have all the ingredients in the description box anyway. And as you can see, I'm just gently folding it, giving it a little mix. Don't over mix it or overbeat it. You don't want to do that, okay? This is going to be very thick. And I already have another 4 tablespoons of butter in my pan that I'm going to use. Okay, now, and as you can see, I'm just folding it gently. Now, guys, I have 4 tablespoons melting in the oven in my pan. Now, because I'm using a Pyrex, you have to be careful, because since you're using a Pyrex, I think Pyrex holds on, anything of glass holds on heat a little bit longer, and you don't want to burn it. So you would bake that at like between 350 and 375, but I'm going to do it at 375. and bake it in that. Now, if you use an aluminum pan or what have you, you could bake it at 400 degrees, okay? So as you can see, my butter's melted and it's sizzling. I'm going to add my batter. I let the batter rest for at least 5 minutes. Then I add it into my pan with my hot pan with my melted butter. Yes, it's lots of butter. I'm not your dietitian. I'm not. Okay? And then we're going to bake that. I baked this for at least a good 20 minutes. Okay? Just try not to over bake it because you don't want that dry feeling in your mouth. Okay? So, here's our chicken. I took it out and it's resting. Oh, let your chicken rest. Let it rest for at least 15-20 minutes so you can let the juices disperse, okay? And you can slightly cover it with aluminum foil. Just let it rest, okay? 15-20 minutes is not going to kill you, okay? And it's just going to let the juices in the chicken disperse and settle in to the bird, okay? And we have our beautiful cornbread again, because many people don't like turkey. A lot of people don't like turkey on Thanksgiving, and it just looks beautiful on the table. I mean, the best part of the turkey I love is, and I make great turkeys. I have great turkey recipes, by the way. Okay, so please check them out. And as a matter of fact, I'll link them to this video. Okay, so you can see in the description box for the links of my great turkeys. Okay, so this is a great addition. So I'm just slicing off the wing part, which is my favorite part of any bird, which is the wing part. Okay, and this chicken came out nice and juicy. I did take a lot of that juice that was in there. Do not throw it away. You could use that part for making stews or rices and stuff because it has lots of flavor. Look how juicy that is. That is nice and freaking juicy. Look at all that. And I'm going to show you my cornbread. My cornbread is always fluffy. I make good cornbread. My cornbread is nice and fluffy. Okay, and if you do this, if you have some honey butter, go ahead, coat it on top. Do you. Okay, so fluffy, so light. That's how I like my cornbread. I like it nice and fluffy. Some people may not like it like that. Some people like to have more of that grittiness in their mouth. The chicken was so flavorful, so delicious, absolutely divine. Okay, so guys, I need you to try this recipe. Holidays are coming up. Put this on your list, okay, as one of the birds for your table. Leave me your comments. Try this recipe, guys. And I need you to do 3 things for me, and that is eat, love, and pray. Until next time.